Hello, hello. We're actually here to play some Dishonored today. Oh boy. What a time. You've just returned from a journey of several months, visiting the other nations of the Empire to ask for aid in dealing with the rat plague. You must deliver their diplomatic response to the Empress, whom you serve as Lord Protector.
Corvo, if only there was someone else I trusted to send, so that you could remain near. But there is no one else, and the Spy Master was right to insist that I send you. The plague has taken so many, and we must find a cure. When you are near, my heart is at peace. Emily and I will count the days until you return. Hurry home, and bring good news.
Wrenhaven River.
Steady hand. That's it. Watch it. Cast off line. Casting off. We're away. Take us straight to Dunwall Tower. Lord Corvo has news for the Empress, and we've come a long way.
A long way to bring bad news. The sailors say there's a curse on us. Black magic.
Superstition. For all we know, there's a cure for the plague by now.
Maybe. We live in strange times. Sending the Empress's bodyguard away for a couple of months. That's unusual.
Well, this was important. We need help with the rat plague.
I will say, the environment design of this game is pretty cool. I like the gritty, dirty London aesthetic.
Ho there! We're going up.
Now we get the fucking elevator process.
Turning on the pipes. And she's rising. Home at last.
Steady pressure. And stop! Shut her down.
The Empress will be waiting for your news, Corvo.
You know what to do next time?
Yes, yes. The pressure was too low.
Hello, welcome
All
in.
these new machines are touchy.
Just don't do anything crazy. Sokolov changed everything, and we don't know what the hydraulics can do now.
Hello, sir.
Here today doing a portrait.
Corvo, you're back! Will you tell me about your trip, please? Were there any whales? Wait! Let's play hide and seek first. I'll cover my eyes and you hide. You have time? Mother's busy talking to that nasty old spy master. Okay, here we go.
I mean, unfortunately, this game does suffer from the
While you were gone, Mother seemed very sad. I think she missed you.
from the old what's the word that I'm looking for? from the BioWare face problem, where the faces are just uncanny enough that the expressions don't always translate.
Follow me, Corvo. Let's see if you're still good at this. I'll hide my eyes and count, and at the end of the countdown, I'll try and find you. Okay, I'm going to count to 10. Find a place to hide.
Yep. Now we have to stealth. And we just hide back here, because Emily never checks back here.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
I'm excited to be playing this game on stream.
9, 10.
Unlike other games that I've played, this isn't my first time playing Dishonored. It is, however, my first time playing the game since it initially released. Like, I've never fully replayed this game since the first time I finished it.
What about here? Here?
Ah, you've never played this game? Well, you might have some fun with this then.
Okay, you win. We should go now, so Mother can see you too.
This is from the era of Bethesda games when Bethesda actually made games that were made to be finished and were actually like good playable games.
Ooh.
I can actually say in good faith,
Mother,
Dishonored
will you give me more climbing lessons?
Dishonored is
Someday I'm
probably
going
the
to climb up to
last
rooftop.
game that I saw an E3 or like a game conference for that I was actually excited for, because it's one of the last things Bethesda made that actually delivered on everything it promised. 'Cause like this came out, I think right before Skyrim did at the time. But it came. This is also like from, you know, the BioShock era of gaming when like everyone was trying to step up their game and make more interesting narrative choices with their games.
Welcome home, Lord Protector.
Bethesda made finished games. Once upon a Midnight
Stop
Dreary.
moving, Campbell. And you, Corvo, welcome back. From wherever you've been. They sent him all around the Isles to beg for aid. A waste of time. My elixir will banish the plague from this city. Now keep still a moment, High Overseer Campbell.
I'm not so sure that painting looks like Campbell.
Think you'll get your own squad after what happened last night?
She'll see you at once.
Also, I can't be convinced that the Empress and Corvo weren't
They're sick
together.
people, not criminals.
We've gone beyond
She's far
that
too
question,
attached
Your
to
Majesty.
Corvo as a character,
They're my
or as a
citizens.
person.
And we will save them from the plague if we can. All of them.
Very well.
We will not speak of this again.
Fuck this guy.
Mother, Corvo is back.
Thank you, Emily. Leave us, please.
Corvo
As you wish, Your
Atano.
Majesty. Corvo. 2 days early. Full of surprises, as usual.
Eat my ass.
It's a fair wind that brings you home to me. What news have you
Follow me,
brought?
Captain. We should leave them.
I hoped that one of the other cities had dealt with this before, knew of some cure. This news is very bad. We're at the breaking point. Cowards. They're going to blockade us. They'll wait to see if the plague turns the city into a graveyard.
Welp.
Are you okay, Mother? You seem sad.
Yes, don't worry, darling. Mother is fine. Wait, where are the guards? Who sent them away?
Mother, look! What are they doing on the rooftop?
What? Emily, come here.
Oh no.
Emily, get behind me!
Where? I'd love to know where the Spy Master found these fucking
Corvo,
super-powered assassins.
If you hadn't been here... No more! Not again! Mommy!
Oh, he's time slowing me.
Get away from her! Corvo! Mommy! Get away! Corvo! Corvo, it's all coming apart. Find Emily. Protect her. You're the only one who'll know what to do. Won't you? Corvo.
Ward us all. Look at what he's done.
Yes, he's killed the Empress. What did you do with young Lady Emily, traitor?
Her own bodyguard. Ironic.
I'll see you beheaded for this, Corvo. Peg him.
It's a solid opening sequence. "6 months have passed since you were accused by the Royal Spy Master of murdering the Empress and conspiring to abduct her daughter Emily, the royal heir. Now, locked away in Coldridge Prison, the time of your execution draws near." Wouldn't be much of a game if we actually got executed, now would it? Coldridge Prison. Order shall prevail.
This is your final chance, Corvo. Sign the confession, and let me give you the rights to put your spirit at ease.
That's enough for now. Get out. Let's give the man some time to think. Corvo, the Empress is dead. Her daughter Emily is hidden away, and no one will ever know the truth.
Yes, unlucky you. Tomorrow you'll be executed, but it's for a good cause. This country needs strong leadership now, someone to guide the weak. And that's where we come in.
There was nothing personal in this, even though you almost sank our plans. But it turned out well. You were in the wrong place at the right time. And someone has to take the fall. Goodbye, Corvo. Guards! Take him back to his cell.
Fantastic.
You should eat, Corvo. This meal comes from a friend.
Also, if possible, could somebody confirm the video quality on y'all's end? Oh boy. Corvo, who we are is irrelevant right now. Just know that we have faith in you. Here's the key to your cell. Once you're out, head for the prison's interrogation room, take the explosive there and plant it out on the outer door. When the bomb goes off, run, make for the river, and lose yourself in the sewers. You'll find some useful gear stashed there. One of the prison guards will leave a weapon just outside your cell. And good luck, we need you alive for what's to come. A friend. Great.
Seen anybody with signs of the sickness?
We all start with innocence, but the world but the world leads us to guilt.
coming to the execution tomorrow. It's on account of Corvo, the one who killed the Empress and abducted her daughter, Emily.
Burn this place to the
It's
ground.
an occasion. Right. A social event for the high and mighty. Come see the noble Lord Protector get his head chopped off.
They're as bad as us betting on the dogfights.
Attention. The solitary wing is off limits to maintenance crews, unless accompanied by an officer of the watch. Escort through the solitary wing must be scheduled in advance, with 1 week's notice.
Ha! Good for you. I hated that guy.
Bug someone else.
Alright, now we play the waiting game. Trying to go for a less chaotic playthrough, so I won't kill all these fucks.
Stupid goddamn. That so long. That's just ridiculous. Stupid rats.
Oh, gotta kill this guy.
Tomorrow's execution will be restricted to the personnel assigned to the event and approved dignitaries only.
Oh. Fuck. It's fine.
Someone a widow, damn you.
To be fair, his wife wouldn't be a widow if he wasn't a piece of shit. Then again, can we assume that all these guards are in on this conspiracy? No. This game doesn't take place in a world where you can assume the best in people.
So many people are coming to the execution tomorrow.
It's on account of Corvo, the one who killed the Empress and abducted her daughter, Emily.
So it's an occasion.
Right. A social event for the high and mighty. Come see the noble Lord Protector get his head chopped off.
They're as bad as us betting on the dogfights.
Attention. The solitary wing is off limits to maintenance crews, unless accompanied by an officer of the watch. Escort through the solitary wing must be scheduled in advance, with 1 week's notice.
Tell Slackjaw I'm in here. He's gotta get me out.
Slackjaw. Fuck that guy.
Huh?
Nope, I fucked that up.
Attention. Tomorrow's execution will be restricted to personnel assigned to the event and approved dignitaries only.
Fuck. What is the reach
Make
on these
someone
things?
a widow, damn you.
I am regrettably very rusty. There's a reason why I don't play first-person perspective games very often.
heard something.
Attention.
You're out.
The solitary
Oh.
wing is off limits to maintenance
Oh, I fucked that up.
unless accompanied by an officer of the watch. Escort through the solitary wing must be scheduled in advance with 1 week's notice.
Yeah. Whatever. I accidentally ran. Yeah, come on. We sadly do not yet have the skill set where I can just do shit like that without being punished. Ugh. Yeah, come on. Alright.
So many people are coming to the execution tomorrow.
It's on account of the one who killed the Empress and abducted her daughter, Emily.
So it's an occasion.
Right. A social event for the high and mighty. Come see the noble Lord Protector get his head chopped off.
They're as bad as
Burn
us
this
betting
place
on
to
the
the
dog
ground.
fights.
Attention. The solitary wing is off limits to maintenance crews unless accompanied by an officer of the watch. Escort through the solitary wing must be scheduled in
kill a
advance
guard for me,
with
will
1
ya?
week's notice.
Maybe not for you, buddy, but maybe eventually.
Huh?
Seen any more big rat swarms?
You always amuse me.
Attention. Tomorrow's execution will be restricted to the personnel assigned to the event and approved dignitaries only.
Tell Slackjaw I'm in here. He's gotta get me out.
Alright, now we just stack these guys up in a corner. Weird that this guy doesn't notice that 2 of his buddies just fucking disappeared.
Stupid goddamn.
They just went to the bathroom together, it's no big deal. Alright. Well, let's throw you over here with the rest of these guys. Just for consistency's
Good for
sake.
you. I hated that
Attention.
guy.
The solitary wing is off limits to maintenance crews unless accompanied by an officer of the watch. Escort through the solitary wing must be scheduled in advance with 1 week's notice.
Nice, we got a health potion. And a gun. Just try not to need that anytime soon. Eat everything we find laying around like a complete fucking lunatic.
Attention, the solitary wing is off, accompanied by an officer of the watch. Escort through the solitary wing must be scheduled in advance, with 1 week's notice.
Well. Yeah, you know, sometimes these things happen. Omelets and eggs, you know the drill. Oh, okay. He fell into a place where I already did the thing. Wonderful. Nothing useful in here.
Attention, the solitary wing is off limits to maintenance crews, unless accompanied by an officer of the watch. Escort through the solitary wing must be scheduled in advance, with 1 week's notice.
You guys will learn very quickly that in most games, I am an obsessive looter. So if you give me the opportunity to search a room for things, I'm basically going to search the room every time. How honorable are you? I did not kill the Empress, I swear. I was just in the wrong place. Welcome in, man. Where are we? Bum, 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 bum. Can I search any of this stuff? Nope, these aren't searchable. Okay, and that just looks down to the place where I've
Attention.
been.
Tomorrow's execution will be restricted to the personnel assigned to the event and approved dignitaries only.
Okay. Is this Rat Simulator? Damn well, maybe. Also, you may or may not notice that the stream quality has improved. I figured out what was going wrong. I had a plugin for Stream Elements that was somehow like running a secondary thing while I was streaming, and that was completely destroying my bitrate. I should have peeked through the keyhole before I came in here. Yeah.
Attention, the solitary wing is off limits to maintenance, unless accompanied by an officer of the watch. Escort through the solitary wing must be scheduled in advance, with 1 week's notice.
Steal this man's money. Duty officers report Corvo's interrogation. Corvo Atano, formerly the Royal Protector, will be brought in for interrogation. This is of utmost importance. The Lord Regent and High Overseer Campbell will conduct the questioning themselves, follow their orders without hesitation, and keep the torturer under control. If Corvo dies in his hands instead of getting the public execution the Lord Regent wants, it'll be your head that rolls next. Boy. Gotta love these guys. And this is an audio log.
Corvo's unconscious again. Though he's taken more punishment than the 2 men we brought in for interrogation. When he wakes, we'll start again. Having him sign the confession for her murder isn't critical, but it might be useful to us later. The assassination of an empress is not a trivial matter.
Gotta execute a guy who's already getting executed? Yeah, right. An empty bottle. Use those for distractions. Clockwork explosive. Whale oil tax. The Trials of Aptitude. Excerpt from a book on the esoteric practices of the Abbey. Once a child shows proper inclination, he is marked. Overseers are assigned to study the subject surreptitiously in order to determine whether this inclination is supported by cosmological conditions and other signs, ongoing throughout the year. At the end of the cycle, those befitting further testing are removed from their homes some hours before dawn, and must begin the march to an outpost outside the city. There, the children undergo ritual preparation and evaluation until the last night of the month of rain, when they make a pilgrimage to Whitecliff. During an elaborate ceremony, it is determined which of the children will become overseers and which must be put down. Wow. So we just test kids to see if they can be overseers, and then if they make it, we keep them, and if they don't, we just fucking kill them. Gotta love this country. Sounds like Bolus is planning to make planeswalkers. Yeah, kinda. Okay, I'm gonna need me a bottle here.
Attention. Tomorrow's execution will be restricted to the personnel assigned to the event and approved dignitaries only.
Where's the dude that I just saw?
Did I tell you about the time I almost caught that guy who killed the Empress?
Attention. The solitary wing is off limits to maintenance crews, unless accompanied by an officer of the watch. Escort through the solitary wing must be scheduled in advance, with 1 week's notice. Attention. Tomorrow's execution will be restricted to the personnel assigned to the event.
Can I buy your ration of elixir from today?
Corvo's execution is tomorrow, right?
Yeah, but everything has to be set up today.
I can't wait to see his head roll.
Yeah, one of my friends shared the the SpongeBob Secret Lair spoilers in our Magic group chat.
Stupid goddamn Dublin son of...
Attention. The solitary wing is off limits to maintenance crews, unless accompanied by an officer of the watch. Escort through the solitary wing must be scheduled in advance, with 1 week's notice.
Something weird going on. Let's feed him to the
Oh, I fucked it.
Damn you!
Oh, I fucked it.
You made someone a widow, damn you.
It's fine. He'll be back up in a couple minutes. Resume from last. We have an ad starting in a minute and a half. So just gonna give everyone that little heads up. I think if I get close enough to the window over here, I can just grab. I think I can grab this dude through the window. Give him a little nap time hug. Splinter Cell with anti-government flintlocks. Yes, sir.
Corvo's execution is tomorrow, right?
Okay.
Yeah, but everything has to be set up today.
I can't wait to see his head roll. Not everyone did, but I really like the Empress.
Let's see, I have to get inside because I have to hit the door control.
Attention. The solitary wing is off limits to maintenance crews, unless accompanied by an officer of the watch. Escort through the solitary wing. Must be scheduled in advance, with 1 week's notice.
He's whistling What Will We Do with a Drunken Sailor? Stealth games make me gassy, it's unfortunate. Yeah.
Hey, don't you owe me a drink?
You're such a choffer.
Attention. Tomorrow's execution.
Let's see, we got an ad. Take a minute. And then once everyone's back from the ad, we will resume.
Will be restricted to the personnel assigned to the event and approved dignitaries only.
Oh, why the fuck did it not give me the option to just fucking take him down? That's irritating. Oh, I'm gonna die here.
Escort through the solitary
Made
wing
someone
must
a
be
widow,
scheduled in
damn it.
advance with 1 week's notice.
That is more than a little bit irritating.
Corvo's execution is tomorrow, right?
Yeah, but everything has to be set up today.
I can't wait to see his
Them
head.
standing over your body after he's given them
Not everyone did,
that
but I
Mr.
really
Fantastic
like the
meme.
Empress.
Hey,
Please, not now.
Attention, the solitary wing is off limits to maintenance crews, unless accompanied by an officer of the watch. Escort through the solitary wing must be scheduled in advance, with 1 week's notice.
Wait until his back's turned again. Ugh. Jellied eels.
Attention, tomorrow's execution will be restricted to the personnel assigned to the event and approved dignitaries only.
Ooh, that could have been bad. Creepypasta where a dude just sneaks around and just eats your jellied eels. I mean, that would certainly be one of the more disturbing stories I've ever read.
Huh?
Potted whale meat.
Attention, the solitary wing is off limits
Hey, I can smell you from here. Huh? Someone help me out! Watch it!
Oh, this is what happened.
I'll fuck at you now! Rush it! There you! Dump you in the river!
Why did it... Okay. Good for
You
me.
made someone a widow, damn you!
I should load from the moment when the door opened. Since that was the last objective.
Fucking longer do I have my fucking...
No, stupid cut.
Huh? Maybe wind or something. Huh? Help! Ha! Damn you! Take it!
Oh, didn't want to kill those guys, but we do what we gotta do. Go to the sewers. Bet these guys milk seals too. Probably. If they could find a way to, they absolutely will. Alright, now we've escaped the prison. Let's go do the fun part. Ah, the old sewer level. Yep.
Use some kind of explosive to blast his way out. That doesn't happen by accident.
You think he had help? Who'd know how to do that?
Bottle Street.
Corvo, if you're reading this, it means our plan worked and you've broken free from Coldridge. One of our contacts has hidden weapons for you somewhere deeper in the sewers. Grab the gear and find Samuel where these tunnels dump out into the river. He will bring you to us. A friend who will meet you soon.
Maybe. Watch for booby traps. Could be some down here by the look of it.
Good. If we're lucky,
Oh,
one of them will get Corvo.
rats.
You're afraid of him? He's Sir Conan. It's all merchants and whores down there.
Kids like you never saw what he was like. I saw him fight 3 to 1 in the practice yard. He's a whirlwind.
I hope it's me that finds him.
I hope it is too.
Alright, I have to climb over. Uh-oh. Forgot about that part, where you just get to watch the rats rip these two dudes apart. Sucks to suck. Oh boy. That's what I wanted to do. Just trying to avoid direct contact with the rat swarm. No, I have to swim anyway. Damien's journal. Amanda and I only had enough coin to buy half the elixir we needed. Even that's all gone now. There's nothing to do but wait. We're very sick and there's no place above to hide from the city watch. They're breaking into houses all over our district, so we'll stay here and share the last hours together. Our fire will keep the rats away, but they'll inherit this city. Yikes. If rats were like 75% bigger, we'd be in real danger? You mean New York rats? Hmm. Well. 75% bigger than the biggest rats. Ah, so like D&D rats. Nothing like eating spam in the sewers.
Aren't we supposed to load the bodies into carts headed to the flooded district?
Yeah, but screw that. That's too far. I don't want to catch the plague, do you?
No. But doesn't the elixir prevent it?
Maybe. Either way, let's just dump them down there. Let the rats eat them.
Yikes.
Attention Dunwall citizens. The assassin Corvo, responsible for the murder of our fair Empress and the disappearance of Lady Emily, heir to the throne, has temporarily escaped state custody. Any evidence as to his whereabouts must be delivered to the City Watch at once.
Ah, yes. In a place where the rats are carrying a plague, let's eat a barbecued rat skewer. The outsider walks among us. Oh boy. Oop. Didn't see the tripwire, because I'm a fool. Man, there's a lot of corpses in these sewers. Oh, and there's some stuff down there. Looks like it's mostly food. Yeah, it won't take me long to do that. Nope. People flushing their pet corpses away. Yeah, honestly. Also, I love how basically the logic of the spy master having the queen killed was basically, ooh, she's sending for aid from the other cities. Ouch. Oh no. Our leadership wants the people of this fucking shitty ass city to actually survive an outbreak of a deadly sickness. What kind of fucking socialist? You know, maybe back when I was a kid when this game first came out, I would have thought it was ridiculous that somebody would just like you know, have a whole ass leader assassinated because they're trying to do something sensible to protect their people from a sickness. But post 2020 me says that there'd probably be a bunch of people in favor of that level of stupidity. To the Lord Protector. Greetings, Corvo, or should I say Lord Protector, as you were known before that title was wrongfully taken from you. We are servants of the Empire and of the true Empress, a group of loyalists who want very much to meet you. Take these weapons crafted for you of the finest materials in the Isles, and meet with our man Samuel near where these tunnels spill into the Wrenhaven River. All haste and luck. We share a common purpose. Okay, we get a little hand crossbow. And a butterfly knife. Combination required, huh? Well, look to your whiskey for the answer. Got it? Whiskey. If you want your share, you'll sort it out. If not, I'll come back for it next month. Alright, so there's probably a whiskey bottle around here with a clue. Hemlock essence. Just trying to get a look at the label. Oh. I cannot read what that bottle said. Oh, 51. 451. So that's our combination. Sick.
He won't get past me, sir. Do you know who we're hunting here? Don't try to take him out alone.
But what if no one from the squad is around?
Then try to make a lot of noise when you're done. Knock something over if you can.
Bastard. Smells like a cheaper in here. Probably is. They come here to die sometimes in the dark. Just slip into the water, don't come out. Wonder how deep it is. I can't see the bottom.
Oh. Oh, we got an ad starting in a minute. Let's see.
Seen anything scary? You always amuse me. Nasty furry filth.
Okay.
Vermin.
No, stupid goddamn Dublin son of Harlan Garrett.
Sometimes when these guys mumble to themselves, they sound like fucking, what's his name? I can't remember the actor's name. He was the Punisher. John Bernthal. There we go.
Tell me again what you'll do if Slackjaw and his Bottle Street boys jump you. You're such a choffer.
Okay.
What in the void was that?
To arms!
Eyes sharp. Call out to each other if you spot us.
Help! Flank him!
They actually see me?
Oh, I'll find you.
Attention Dunwall citizens. The assassin Corvo, responsible for the murder of our fair Empress and the disappearance of Lady Emily, heir to the throne, has temporarily escaped state custody. Any evidence as to his whereabouts must be delivered to the City Watch at once.
Corvo, over here. Quickly. I'm Samuel. And I work for some good people who want very much to meet you. Well, they said you'd come out here. I could still hardly believe it. I'll take you to meet them. Just down the river from here.
Alright, now we get to go meet the Loyalists. Time to meet a revolutionary group. Yes, sir. Down at the Hound Pits. The bar that's been advertised on every random flyer we've come across so far.
This is the Hound Pits pub. Closed for business. Half the district marked off as dead from the plague. We're right under the Lord Regent's nose, and he don't know a thing. Of course, if anyone finds out what we're up to, the Watch will break in with swords drawn. And now that you've escaped, the Lord Regent's going to be tearing the city apart. Take you up to meet Admiral Havelock and the rest of the Loyalists. The Admiral's a man to be reckoned with. If anyone can help you find that missing girl, Lady Emily, and clear your name, he can.
This is where we meet the rest of our little Avengers crew and get our, get the rest of our gear. You cannot kill the rat plague.
So it's starting at last, Admiral. We've found our man.
We can continue this later, Lord Pendleton. The man of the hour is here. Corvo, I'm Admiral Havelock. A true servant of the Empire, like you.
This island is trash, wow.
Those of us who wouldn't recognize his claim on the throne.
And I'm Lord Trevor Pendleton. I represent the nobility in our little group. But we all act as equals here at the Hound Pits pub.
This is a momentous occasion, Corvo. I'm going to come out with it. We've been building a coalition of loyalists, aimed at ending the Lord Regent's tyranny and restoring the throne.
At risk of execution, we're committed to finding young Lady Emily and seeing her crowned as Empress.
We've got big plans, but we can't do any of it without you. We need your skills, your ability in a fight, and in helping us, we're going to help you destroy the men who murdered the Empress.
Sorry. You must be exhausted. We can discuss this further after you've recovered. But before you retire, you should introduce yourself to Piero. He's challenging at times, but his industrious mind buys him that right.
Ah yes, Piero.
Yes.
The artificer.
Piero's as much an artist as a technician. He's going to be crafting the gear you'll need. Go talk to him, and then get some sleep. We can talk more when you've rested.
We can talk more once I've grabbed everything valuable from everywhere around this place. Blood from the eyes.
I'll be crafting your weapons and gear. All custom work. For you, I will create the tools of a master assassin.
Thanks, Piero, I guess.
No! This cannot happen now the tank of whale oil's run out. Will you get a new tank from upstairs, please, while I hold this in place? Be careful. The oil's unstable. When it explodes, there's a terrible mess.
Excerpts from the notes of a natural philosopher aboard a whaling ship. Remarkably, each specimen I had the pleasure of studying during the voyage possessed some minor variance in physiology. On the second leg of the trip, east of Tivia, The crew hauled aboard a female, some 42 feet in length. I estimated she weighed 35 tons, and the ship sat low, rocking from side to side through the night with her thrashing. By candlelight, I took her apart, sketching and taking notes. Against her bellowing, I cut into the massive tentacles around her mouth. Within, I found row upon row of teeth and a baleen running along the upper jaw. Though this through this broom-like structure, I assume she filtered food from the water that was too small to be chewed. Thanks. What else we have here? Dead counter responsibilities. Interesting. Excerpt from a manual on new City Watch procedures. Commissioned by the Lord Regent in the face of the growing plague crisis, the dead counter is a position that will only be given to officers, usually of junior or middle grades. In most matters of edict or curfew enforcement, these officers will defer to the acting officer on duty. However, any dead counter will have command in situations related to the plague and the handling of the dead, including those with late-stage plague symptoms called weepers in common parlance. Starting in the month of rain, interested officers may apply for the test, and if accepted, for the 2-week training tour. Pay will be administered in coin and rations of elixir at 1 1/2 normal pay grade. Excerpt from a series of lectures on natural philosophy by Piero Joplin. Of course, I have attempted to improve upon Sokolov's designs, of course, and why not? After all, it's likely that his thinking was influenced in some way by our time together at the Academy. We are part of a community striving to unknot the mysteries of the cosmos. Even those among us who possess the greatest minds are often led to a fruitful line of consideration by, how does one say it, our intellectual subordinates. Sokolov is no exception to this, despite the glamour of genius he has cast over the aristocracy. And further, it is true that many of the experiments have failed. No need to gossip about it, behind my back in your social clubs and the very chambers of the Academy itself. Great ambition requires risks. You may laugh now at my door to nowhere, but someday you will not. Your children will likely see it as commonly as you see the electric lamps lighting our streets at night. But a few short years ago, you would have laughed at Sokolov's arc pylon or wall of light. Your laughter, your condescending smiles, they are nothing but evidence of your limited imagination. Alright, so, well, that's why Piero makes weapons for a revolutionary group now. Because, he's a, what's the word I'm looking for? He's an embarrassed intellectual. Whale oil processing. Excerpt from the founder of the Greaves Whale House by Ebenezer Greaves. Out at sea, they secure the beast with hooks, with lines cast from the main ship, and from several smaller boats. Buoys keep the whale from diving deep. Once it's caught, a larger hook is driven through the tail, which is used to hoist the creature up through the chute. They moan and bellow for some time as the men get them onto the deck, then lift them into the scaffolding overhead. The ship adjusts its prow and returns to port in Dunwall, where the crew works on the great creature, slicing off the fattiest parts while it still lives. Man, sometimes people need to get a revolution, huh? I mean, yeah, just a little bit. Whale oil refilling station. Sokolov no longer has the upper hand with regard to supplies of whale oil. The good Admiral has paid for the installation of my own system, which will enable me to work in this place. The oil tank dispenser, when activated, will produce an empty vessel for filling. When the empty tank is held near an oil tank refill pump, the magnetic attractor should take the tank and lock it into the correct configuration. Using the lever will begin the refilling process. Once refilling is completed, the tank can be removed and placed in service. Extreme caution must be used in handling the full tanks. They are quite unstable. The system is sound and well engineered. It appears that the Greaves Oil Company has done something correctly for once. Why are they harvesting card gamers who spend money? I mean, that would get them more than enough oil, wouldn't it?
I could build a tank that would slowly increase pressure on a subject over a long period of time, and then observe them for years if need be, to see if the formulation of energetic substances developed. Surely the Empress would be able to furnish me with facilities, subject and the necessary legal amnesty.
Okay, so Piero literally just wanted to basically create the Russian sleep experiment. Cool.
Perfect. Now plug it in. Just get it near the receptor. Perfect. Thank you, Cole. Here, see? The assassin's mask. You're a wanted man, so everyone in the city knows your face, but this mask will mean terror to them. If you just hold still, the fit must be precise. There. Can you see normally? Some lens out of alignment. There. Better now? I could create more for you. Upgrades for your gear, weapons, munitions. But our situation here is desperate. Scavenge the city for valuables, and I will resell them on the black
Dr.
market.
ASMR,
That should
right?
give us the money to craft the things you need. Tell me what I can make for you.
Alright, let's have a look. I don't know how much gold I have. Alright, I can make some sleep bolts, some bullets. Spring razor, that's a good one. I have 740 coins. Grenade capacity, bolt capacity. Bone charm capacity. So many options. Alright, let's go with mask optics. And let's go with our crossbow accuracy. All crossbow bolts are sleep bolts if you think about it. Yeah, technically. May as well spend all the gold I got.
Exhausted. I advise that you get some sleep. Your life will get even more difficult soon. You should rest while you can. Very well. You know best. Let me know if you need anything more.
Now we're gonna go explore this place a bit. What do we have here? Sokolov technology in the New Age. One of the advantages of Sokolov's technology is that they share the same magnetic socket for the tanks of processed whale oil as they fuel. When a tank is exhausted, another can be plugged into place with ease, and the process is simple enough that any common workman or even the lower guardsmen of the City Watch can handle the task. This applies to the arc pylon and the wall of light security systems, as well as the power carriages used for transport by those few who are wealthy enough to afford them. The only obvious downside of Sokolov's designs is the volatility of the tanks themselves. A few incidents have occurred, resulting in damage to property or bodily harm wherever one of the tanks has exploded. Great. Let's go explore around. See, there are some areas I can't go to yet because I don't have Link. bit me under the water. Yep, I did in fact just submerge myself in plague-infused shit water. Hey, you know, he's gotta keep himself in good shape. Why not go for a little swim?
River traffic is forbidden from landing in the distillery district due to risk of infectious contact. Violators will be taken to the flooded district for treatment and rehabilitation.
I can't go into most of these places, which is kind of upsetting. Oh, fuck that. Oh, can't do that. It's one of those things where I'm probably supposed to blink. Close that.
Do not attempt to house or care for a friend or family member who shows signs of blood on their face and chest area. The only way to help them is to bring them to the City Watch. They will be taken to the flooded district for treatment.
Taken to the flooded district for treatment, which basically just means, hey, your family's got the plague. We're gonna send them to the ghetto and let them die. And yeah, have fun with that. Litany on the White Cliff, excerpt from a series of Overseers and Vocations by High Overseer Abram Templeton. Games with authoritarian regimes speaking over an intercom is my second favorite subgenre. I can see why. It definitely paints a very good picture, especially of the, what's the word I'm looking for? The kind of oppressive atmosphere the game is supposed to have. And I say to you, brothers, it is here that we make our stand as a righteous force against the growing darkness. It is here that we unite against the spirits of the unknown that would drag us screaming into the night, never to return to our homes, to our families. Together we will serve as a rod to those who would stray from the herd. For the foggy gray wastes of the outsider, we will burn a bright fire with our virtuous actions so that others will not lose their way. And to those who choose to wander beyond the walls of our homes in far places, we will strike at them swiftly before they whisper to their neighbors, filling their hearts with strangeness and doubt. Huh. Jesus Christ, why are you so close?
I'm sorry it's so dark. We can't risk being seen. It is a bit romantic, though, isn't it?
Did she just come out of the bathroom over there? Shadow on Bitterleaf. Excerpt from a longer work of fiction. Finding my way by the feeble light of the dying fire, I saw her working. A large needle moved in her hand, following precise esoteric patterns, knots and loops of seamstress craft from ancient days. Beneath her needle, his body clenched and shuddered, shaking the wooden table. A morbid fascination pushed me closer until she turned her blank face towards me, resting the needle in his flesh. With a refined tone, she addressed me. So you are the lover, I presume. You too have been unfaithful, and it is now your turn to be mended. Yikes.
Attention, Dunwall citizens. Be advised, the river crust infestation has spread downriver, as far
somebody
as
just
the
left
river mouth
money in the
and
bathroom.
flooded district. Do not attempt to approach or destroy a river crust. Any items recovered from doing so are considered state property.
Oh, there's so much more than I want to read. We'll come back to that. I just don't want to read that right this... Jesus Christ, these... That's how you know it's a Bethesda game. Every other text log you find, some of them are nice, short and succinct, and some of them are several paragraphs longer than they actually need to be. That was the thing about this era of games, starting around like the BioShock era, is that this is the point where a lot of the more common tropes in open world games started. Because it's around this time that we start seeing more of the games where, you know, you open up, you have the weird little, for lack of a better word, walk and talk sequence, where you're getting some establishing shots of an environment and an NPC is kind of just talking at you for a long period. Because that happens, you know, in Skyrim. I don't know if it happens in, like, Fallout 3, but don't quote me on that. And it definitely happens here in Dishonored. BioShock doesn't do that in the very beginning because it does the whole disrupt the beginning by having the plane crash and then you swim. BioShock's also a little bit different in that it doesn't cue you in as to when you have exact control over what's happening to you. But a lot of these early open world games have this whole thing where like you get an establishing shot, there's an opening monologue between like you and another character, maybe there's a credit sequence like Dishonored has with the Empress where somebody's kind of talking to you, the player, and then we get this like, what's the word that I'm looking for? Then you get like your early tutorializing stuff, the playable tutorial, which a lot of games have just done away with in the modern day. To be fair, most of this stuff, when it comes to games like this, whether they're open world or more tighter narrative, actually goes back to Half-Life, because it's like the whole train ride sequence from the beginning of Half-Life is basically how all these games model their opening sequences after. Yeah, it's just interesting to see those trends and how they still persist into modern games. G-Man is the homie. Gordon Freeman.
Abducted 6 months ago during her mother's terrible murder.
The whole universe's emotional support twink.
Location or return of the daughter of our beloved late Empress is required to speak to...
Harpooner songs. Oh, it's literally just the fucking... They rewrote fucking Drunken Sailor for the purpose of this game.
You watch at once.
That's pretty great. Also, I like that most of these little books that we pick up will give us some references to The Outsider, because we haven't met him yet. I think we meet him once we go to sleep, though. Oh boy, we got an audiograph.
Log entry 1-4. It seems we've moved to a new phase. Martin's improvisations have borne fruit. The former bodyguard has been freed and is en route to the staging location. The Pendleton's voting bloc and my military connections. All we've lacked is the ability to project lethal force in a controlled manner against a previously inaccessible... to the point, we need a man who can kill the bastards for us. Corvo is more than capable of that, I have no doubt. N-bomb. This is awful. Switch. Switch, where the hell is
the... Admiralty in the fleet. While each of the Isles has some form of naval fleet, none is more envied than that of Bristol. With its long, proud history of great ships and the admirals who command them, boys come of age in the cities of Bristol, hoping to someday captain such a ship, and family dynasties are made by those captains who track down infamous pirates or crush seditious uprisings, as during the Morley insurrection. In times of war and peace, Bristol continues to innovate at sea. The ship designs of Anton Sokolov himself now represent the highest standard in the whaling trade, allowing crews to haul their kill up over the deck and begin their butchery and processing. Even as the ship returns to Dunwall, The crews can be seen working on their latest whale as the ship moves slowly up the Wrenhaven River, coming to dock with one of the powerful warehouse companies such as the Greaves Whaling House. Suspended in the rigging overhead and backlit by the setting sun, the silhouette of one of these creatures makes a moving sight as it cruises to its final resting place in the industrial heart of the capital city. Men used to be whalers. Yeah, men used to be whalers. Now we just settle for femboys and cosplayers. Another one that's far too long for me to care about reading right now. Ah yes, I haven't actually read his journal. It's been days since our men were dispatched to stash weapons for Corvo in the old sewer. They've not returned, so I can only hope that they succeeded in getting the packages delivered. Piero spent considerable time and resources making those things. If I could find a way to mass produce them, the Dunwall Navy could secure its place as the dominant force on the globe. But back to Corvo. Can he actually break out of Coldridge? And if so, will he make his way here? I personally give him odds of 1 in 5. Wow. Fuck you, dude. Then why the fuck did you go through the trouble of trying to get me out of this prison if you don't actually believe that I can be helpful?
Curfew extends from sundown to sunrise, unless you are otherwise authorized. Violators will be subject to interrogation.
Alright, whose bedroom is this? Ah, Lord Pendleton. Fuck this guy. Okay, apparently my PlayStation was installing an update for Guilty Gear this whole time. Yeah, don't mind me, Pendleton. I'm just taking some of your extra money out of your fucking bag here. And eating your food. It's okay, you're an aristocrat. You can afford better. Let's listen to your audiograph.
My furnishings have been installed at last with no small amount of complaining by that antiquated boatman. The others have no idea what it's like to suffer as I have. Speaking of which... Wallace! Please breathe 2 bottles of Dunwall Red, never mind which, and clean glass. Well, I'll begin again tomorrow.
No, I didn't notice that there was an ad. Well, I'm going to take this opportunity to use the bathroom and grab a beverage. There we go. Why is it off center? You know what? This is just a thing we'll fix later. Fix it in post. Not really, but you know what I mean. Alright.
Pleased to meet you, Master Corvo. I saw you at court in happier days, but you might not remember. I was once a close ally to the Lord Regent, Hiram Burroughs, back when he was just the spy master. He's one manipulative bastard, I can tell you that.
Thanks. How else would he become the fucking spy master, I wonder? Corvo's Chambers.
Attention, citizens of Dunwall. The Old Port District has been added to the evacuation list. The Weeper count for the month of siege has increased. The Lord Regent has decreed that plague ordinances will remain in effect through the month of rain. Stay alert and stay loyal.
Oh, bedtime, Corvo. Somewhere else. Now we get to meet the outsider. The chat box still looks like shit in this overlay. I will figure it out eventually. A visit from the outsider. Something is not right. Well, it seems like gravity's gone all fucky, so yeah. Something is certainly not right.
Hello, Corvo. Your life has taken a turn, has it not? The Empress is dead. Her precious daughter Emily is lost somewhere in the city, and you will play a pivotal role in the days to come. For this, I have chosen you and drawn you into the void. I am the outsider, and this is my mark. There are forces in the world and beyond the world, great forces that men call magic. And now, these forces will serve your will. Use this newfound power, my gift to you. Come find me.
Blink. The most useful of the powers. Yikes. Fallen letter. You cannot save her. Emily's letter. I'm very sad that they say that you're dead like mother, but I'm going to put this note in a bottle and throw it into the river, because I do not believe them. Living here is very strange. I do not like it, so please come for me if you can. Ah, the Pendleton twins. Yep. Lord Hiram Burroughs.
In the days that follow, your trials will be great, Corvo. Seek the ancient runes bearing my mark in the lonely places of your world, and at shrines raised in my name. These runes will grant you powers beyond those of other men. To help you find these runes, I give you this, the heart of a living thing, molded by my hands. With this heart, you will hear many secrets, and it will guide you toward my runes, no matter how they may be hidden. Listen to the heart now, and find another rune.
To locate bone charms or runes even through walls. The heart beats and lights up when you're facing a bone charm or rune, and it beats faster as you get closer. You know, my bedroom light has been out for a very long time, and for whatever reason, as I'm reading this, my light just turned back on. Huh. The heart will whisper secrets if you press L2 while targeting a person or location. Oh, that's annoying. The audio for that comes out of my controller. dropped off into nowhere. The journal, and we can do some stuff with our powers. Bend time is very good. Decisions. Well, it only lets me pick one of these things to do. Let's unlock Dark Vision.
How you use what I have given you falls upon you, as it has to the others before you. And now I return you to
Now
your
you can tell the
world,
DM you have Dark
but
Vision.
know that I will be watching with great interest.
Alrighty then. Locate them by listening for the song they emit. By default, you can activate up to 3 bone charms at once in the bone charm section of the journal. It's a journal of Granny Rags. Where is the journal?
Any items recovered from doing so are considered state property.
Oh, there's another bone charm right there, that's why. Powers effects slightly improved. Okay. White Rat's friend. White rats won't attack you. Okay. Gutter Feast. White rats can be consumed for mana. Win sword versus sword contests more frequently. Shot whiskey bottles explode with greater intensity. Damage from explosions reduced slightly. Let's go with Void Channel. Fencer. Blast resistant. It says 3 out of 5. So take White Rat's friend and Gutter Feast. boy, there's a rune nearby. So we're probably gonna wrap up at the, in a few minutes. So I'm just gonna go grab this rune first. Wow, there's a lot of bone charms around here. And then we have some more bone charms we can collect. Which could be good for just power customization. Okay, why can't I just... Nope.
Attention Dunwall citizens. River traffic is forbidden from landing in the Distillery District due to risk of infectious contact. Violators will be taken to the Flooded District for treatment and rehabilitation.
Should I clear space for Samuel then?
If you like, but he won't use it.
Why?
He can't sleep in regular beds anymore, or that's what he says. Says he was in the Navy too long. Can you believe it?
Oh.
That pile of wood out there? It's a hovel he built from an old rowboat. Where does Admiral Havelock bring these people, I wonder?
Wow, really didn't notice all these. Nice. Buy this vitality upgrade. Swim speed increased. Quick dodge. Enemies miss more often with arrows and bolts. I do like that. So water increased slightly. Breaking glass sound is moderately reduced. Moderate keyhole peeping magnification. Okay. A voyeur's dream. Yeah, right. Alright. But that said, I think we're going to wrap there for today. Just because I kind of just want to chill for a bit and relax. That said, our next stream is going to be Wednesday at 7. That's going to be an art stream. We'll get back to Dishonored on Friday. But hopefully you guys have enjoyed doing the beginning of Dishonored. The VOD for this stream will go up on YouTube tomorrow. And then that's basically how I'm going to stagger it, is basically we'll stream and the VOD will go up the next day on YouTube. I'm going to sort them into playlists based on what we're doing. So all the art streams will basically just be like one big master playlist. And then the gameplay ones, when we're actually doing games, will be sorted into basically playthrough playlists based on the game that we're doing. So Dishonored is going to have its own thing, and then whatever we do after Dishonored will have its own playlist. Yeah, that said, thank you guys for coming out, and I will catch all y'all on Wednesday.